Hi, and welcome to the first video log of the macro experiment. My name is Cait, and this is Mochi. He's my little pug. So if you hear any snoring, he is sitting in my lap sleeping. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a full disclosure before I go into anything about the macro experiment. I am not a bodybuilder, I'm not a competitor, I'm not a fitness or nutrition expert, a physician, or anything like that. I'm not trying to diagnose or treat anyone, so don't take this as medical advice. I'm just sharing my story and my experiment. I am a huge nerd, as you can probably see, and will definitely come to find out. But other than that, I'm just a normal girl. So a short overview is what I will tell you first, then I'll go into more of the details. So in a nutshell, I had an eating disorder. I was eating 700 calories a day, and in just a couple months, I was able to more than double that amount without gaining a pound. So anyway, back when I had, the eating disorder, I had it for about 6 years where I was eating like 700 calories a day, and I just hit rock bottom and knew that I needed to change, and I knew my metabolism was shot. So that just led me to spend countless hours searching for a way to rehabilitate it. In my epic quest for truth, I finally found this method called reverse dieting. It's kind of a new approach in the bodybuilding world where after going and doing a show, bodybuilders, for a show, they'll go really low calories and cut the fat off, basically. And after that, they will do a reverse diet, and they slowly add in calories over time at a rate such that their body fat and weight remain constant. So basically, they're eating a ton more and not getting fat. There is no peer-reviewed articles, no clinical trials, no actual experiments on this method of reverse dieting. I've just seen evidence of it working for bodybuilders as I was searching for information. So that's why I decided to do the macro experiment as an experiment on my own body, documenting every single detail and posting it on my blog. So every week I would take my weight, body fat percent, and calorie increases. My calorie increases were broken down into carbs, protein, and fat, which I will get into a little bit more later. When starting this, I was like, why not, It could be an epic fail, and I could just gain a ton of weight, and it wouldn't work. Or it maybe, there's a very small chance, but maybe it could work, and it would be able to help so many people with eating disorders, just anybody with a slow metabolism. So I knew I needed to do it. So I started this experiment maintaining my weight on 947 calories a day, and I kind of set this arbitrary goal to be able to eat 1,600 calories around November or December. That was just kind of like a random goal I set for myself. And today is September 3rd, 2014. It hasn't even been 3 months since I started, and I am maintaining my weight, the same weight since day one, at 1,592 calories a day. So that's basically 1,600 calories. And so I'm going to put up on the screen a 2-month progress graph to show you this data graphed out. And as you can see here, as the calories increase at a slow and steady rate, my weight and body fat remain constant. I did not expect it to work, but it did. So here I am making this YouTube video right now. I'm just like, why the heck does the world not know about this? Why? It's crazy. I believe that this could change the world like it's changed my life. I no longer have an eating disorder. At least I don't think I do, because I'm eating a ton and I'm not scared of food anymore. So I no longer have social anxieties about food. I'm no longer isolating myself from friends and family because of fear of food. I can eat anything I want in moderation. I eat a lot of ice cream, actually. It's pretty freaking amazing. And also, it's a great teaching tool because it really teaches you how to relearn how to eat, exactly specifically for your body and for your optimal body composition. You can really manipulate your carb, protein, and fat amounts to really just be on point for your body. So the hardest part of making these calculations is pretty much just elementary school math. So addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. It's not rocket science. I mean, I am a normal girl. If I can do it, you can do it. It looks a little complicated, but seriously, just read it a couple times, kind of think about it a little. It's not that bad. So I'm not selling this information at all. I'm not making it some big secret. I'm not trying to make a profit. There's no programs out there that exist. This is just me, Cait, putting myself out there, putting my experiment out there, putting my experience out there, so that you can use it as a model. I actually wanted to share, this sounds kind of random, but it means a lot to me. I found this old journal. It's my 2008 journal, my prayer journal actually, and I wanted to read you just like a little thing that I wrote to let you know, like, this has been on my heart, like heavy on my heart for a long time. And so I said, where is it? Lord, please forgive me for how I've been abusing my body. Please help me have self-control so I can eat well and have a long, full life. I know my body is a temple of your spirit, and I pray you'd help me work on that. I know my body has become my idol. Help me find my worth in you alone, Lord. I know you're working things out for your purpose, a purpose so much greater than I can imagine. My heart is sharing this with you, with the world, with anybody who has a slow metabolism. Are you ready for the long version? Because here we go. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my personal life, my journey, and a little bit more about the macro experiment too, of course. So I was the fat girl growing up in school. I got made fun of a lot, and it sucked, but it shaped me into who I am today, and I feel like it made me a more compassionate person. So I'm thankful for it. I spent a lot of my life dieting and trying to lose weight and failing. Side note, a little something that I learned, FYI, is that every time you diet, every time you significantly decrease your calories, your metabolic rate adapts to those low calories, and whenever you go back up, your metabolism is not ready for that, so you'll gain a lot of fat. And every time throughout your life you diet over and over again, and every time your metabolic rate keeps going lower and lower. So yes, it's very bad, and that is what happened to me, so don't do it. I could just talk about this for weeks, seriously, so I'll probably be making a lot more videos, but I'll try to stick to the point with this one. So it's no wonder people don't know about this reverse dieting. There's just so much crap out there that people just buy into, literally pay a lot of money for these cleanses, these like banana diets. I mean, yeah, you're gonna lose a ton of weight if you reduce your calories doing anything, but you're gonna start eating normal again, and then you're gonna get fat. So hey, save your money, people. But no, I'm not judging you if you do that, because I definitely did that. I mean, I literally remember there was one time where I ate so many carrots that my skin started turning orange. I kid you not, my skin started turning orange. It was insane. After college, I decided I wanted to move to Nashville. A little side note, again, I'm a singer-songwriter, so I got this really awesome opportunity in Nashville, and so I moved out here, and I just really wanted to look good. So I decided to cut my calories hardcore and just run a lot, and it worked. It really worked. I lost about 15 to 20 pounds or so in just a couple weeks, and I totally wrecked my metabolism doing that. So I had the little body fat analyzer thing, and that said 8%. And then I was 100 pounds, and I'm 5'4". So, you know, I had an eating disorder. I was never diagnosed with an eating disorder, but I mean, I was eating 700 or so calories a day. Like, that's not right. Something was wrong in my head. I felt isolated from my friends and family. I didn't go out to eat, and when I did, I would just get like a Diet Coke or like a side salad. It greatly reduced my quality of life. and I lived like that for about 6 years. So I knew I had two options. I could either go back to eating normal and gain a ton of weight because of my screwed up metabolism. And I had actually tried that a couple times. I just wanted to see what it would be like to eat normal. And then the next day, the scale was up like a crazy amount. So there was that. Or there was another option of staying at low calories and being skinny. So I decided that was better for me. I decided that was what I really wanted. I didn't know there was another option. So fast forward to summer 2013. A good friend of mine introduced me to weight training and nutrition. Proper nutrition, that is. So he showed me if it fits your macros and flexible dieting, which is a method used by bodybuilders to track carb, protein, and fat intake, which ultimately allows them to optimize their physique by tweaking these different amounts. Ironically, I was working at a cupcake shop at the time, so I basically spent the summer at the cupcake shop poring over articles, videos, ebooks, anything and everything on weight training and nutrition. I thought, who better than bodybuilders to learn this stuff from? They're literally pros at looking good and eating more, which is exactly what I wanted to do. That is what led me to watch Dr. Layne Norton's video logs on YouTube. You should check them out. I learned all about metabolic adaptation, reverse dieting, and the benefits of flexible dieting, IIFYM versus clean eating. The video on reverse dieting really changed my life. That is when I first learned that the metabolism is reversible. It really is. In August 2013, I started tracking my macros and weight training about 5 or 6 days a week, and I did 2 20-minute HIIT high-intensity interval training sessions a week. And I noticed changes in my body composition. I started eating slightly more, about 900 calories a day, and I gained a little bit of weight, but I looked healthy. So I wanted to reverse diet, but I was really scared, deathly afraid of gaining more weight. I'm not a bodybuilder, and I was eating so little for 6 years straight. So I had seen no evidence of reverse dieting working on an average girl, especially one who had eaten so little for so long. I really thought my metabolism was destroyed and irreversible. So finally, I was just like, screw it. I'm over it. I am over this taking the place of God in my life. I'm over this isolation, this wall of anxiety that I've built around myself. I want to live a long, healthy life. I want to have kids one day. I just want to be normal and live life. There's just so many reasons why. But that's how the macro experiment was born. So I wanted to do a reverse dieting experiment on my body and post it for the world to see. It was very hard for me to post my body fat, weight, and what I was eating to the public online, just out there. I mean, I'm not that kind of person that's super expressive about those things. It's just not my natural inclination to do something like that. But I knew in my heart that if I did this and it worked, it would help people. So that's what kept me going. And that I might be able to eat more. That's pretty cool too. I tracked my calories to get my baseline starting calories at 947 calories per day to maintain my body weight. And my goal, like I said, was to eat significantly more calories and gain muscle without body fat or weight gain. And like I said, my ultimate little arbitrary goal that I threw out there was 1,600 calories by November or December, which I reached today. Yay! And I will continue to increase calories until I max out my metabolism and reach my metabolic capacity. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Every week I'm going to continue to post my stats, recipes, and just fun IIFYM things and tips and tricks and all sorts of fun stuff. So that'll be on the blog for you. Ultimately, my long-term goal of this is to help others to do exactly what I did. And I actually wrote a step-by-step DIY guide on my website called Metab Rehab, in other words, metabolism rehabilitation. So that is on themacroexperiment.com if you want to check it out. It's totally free. It's written in layman's terms, so it's not necessarily for bodybuilders, it's just for normal people like me. That's how I wrote it. So I encourage you to just go read it and check it out. You may want to take some time, like some weeks or months, however long it takes to just wrap your mind around all this information. And get used to counting macros. I also recommend checking out the resources section of my blog, and you'll definitely want to check out Layne Norton's videos. It actually took me about a year to fully commit to a reverse diet because I was so afraid that it wouldn't work for me. But now you have my data, like straight up, my macros, my body fat, my weight. You have everything as a model for you to look at and do yourself. So do not be afraid to try this. Do not be afraid to take a couple months of your life and change your life forever. It's amazing. Like, I'm so passionate about it, I can't even contain myself. The reverse diet is good for anyone who has reduced calories for an extended amount of time, anyone wanting to recover from an eating disorder, anyone with a slow metabolism, anyone stuck in a weight loss plateau, anyone who has ever crashed or yo-yo dieted, anyone wanting to gain muscle without fat, anyone who does not want to feel guilty for eating food deemed dirty, bad, or unclean. And it's also, of course, good for bodybuilders coming out of contest prep. So, like I said, I'm Cait. I am here to be your friend, and I'm here to help you. That is my goal. I'm like so passionate about this, about sharing it with the world. I do not have all the answers. I really do not have any credentials except that I did this myself and am posting it online for you to do it. But I definitely will do everything that I can to help you. So don't hesitate to contact me. And it would mean a lot to me if you would like and subscribe to my channel, this new YouTube channel. I'll be posting more videos soon. Probably with me cooking and just more me talking about macro stuff and tips and tricks that I use. So please tell me what else you want to see on here. I definitely would like to know what you guys want. And in the meantime, check out themacroexperiment.com and be my friend on Instagram and Facebook, The Macro Experiment. So, well, thank you so much for watching. I know this was kind of long, but yeah. All right, I'll see you guys next time.
Do you wanna do a macro experiment? You wanna get your macros? You wanna eat more calories? Mo, you wanna do a macro experiment?